What you're asking me to do is an abomination, Obim. How can you ask such from me? Nne, do you want me to die? Have I asked you to do anything for me since I met you? No, Obim. Once upon a time, there lived a man named Obina. He was a businessman, and his wife, Nne, a beautiful young woman. Everyone admired her because she is so gentle and humble. Chioma and Chuka are the children of Nne and Obina. Years later, Obina's business started falling apart due to his constant gambling. Nne warned him about it, but he told her he only needed one win to recover all he had lost. Obina continued borrowing money for his business till it got to a point where he was owing so many people and his business could barely pay off the debts. Obina became worried as people kept asking for their money. Nne suggested that he sell off the only piece of land he had to pay off his debts. Obina started hiding from people because of his debt. The villagers started gossiping about him. Some saying, I heard he was cursed with gambling spirit. Some said he was cursed to be useless in life. Nne's vegetable and fruit business was the only means of survival for the family. Whatever she makes from the day, she used it to buy food for the family. Obina decided to meet with the wealthiest man in the village, who happens to be his friend, for help. He went to Chief Uzo's house and told him about his business predicaments, while asking him for financial help to clear his debt and invest in his business. Chief Uzo told him to come back in 3 days. Let him think about his proposal and see what he could do. Obina left with a bit of hope that things might get better and his business will start flourishing again. He got home and told Nne about his visit to Chief Uzo. Nne was worried about it. He asked her why. Chief Uzo never gives things for free, and everybody knows he is a wicked and bad person who likes women. Nne replied. Well, I have known him for some time now. Though I have not had any issues with him, I don't think he is like that. Those things are just rumors, Nne. Please be happy for me and also believe that things will turn out good this time. 3 days later, Obina went back to see the chief. I have thought about your request, Obina, and I've decided to help you. Thank you, Chief, Obina shouted. I'm not finished, Chief said. Okay, I'm listening, replied Obina. I will help you on one condition. Since you want something from me, I equally want something from you in return. I would like to have your wife for just one night, and you can have the money, even with extra for her. That's only what I need. I'm not asking you to pay me back. See, my request is not much, unlike others that will ask you to pay back even with interest. But Chief, what you're asking me is too much. I don't think my wife will ever agree to that. You see, my friend, that's where you fail as a man, if your wife can't grant your wishes. Look at me, I have 3 wives, and I can marry more if I want. It's a man's word after all. We have the power to decide their fate, Chief continued. If you can't control your wife, then you have completely failed as a man. Do you think I acquired all this wealth and power by being a weakling? All I'm asking is one-time thing, and nobody has to know or hear about it. I have heard you. I will discuss it with my wife and let you know, Obina replied. Time waits for nobody, my friend. You have 2 days, the chief said. Obina kept thinking about how he would convince Nne about Chief's proposal. He summoned the courage that evening and called Nne into his hut. My dear wife, I feel like killing myself because of these people I'm owing. God forbid, Nne shouted. So you want to make me a widow? Please don't speak like that. Chukwu Okike will not allow that. But how long will I suffer like this before God help us, Nne? I need to pay these people before I lose the only land my father left for me. Obin, just have faith. Since we didn't die all this while, we will definitely survive. I thought you went to see the chief today. How did it go? It went well, Nne. Then why are you still worried? He's asking for something that only you can give, Nne. What does he want, Obin? Well, he promised to give me the money I asked for, and even more, if you agree to spend a night with him. Just one night, Nne, and all our sufferings will be over. What you're asking me to do is an abomination, Obin. How can you ask such from me? Nne, do you want me to die? Have I asked anything from you since I met you? No, Obin. But I can't do what you're asking. I told you that man is evil. It's better you sell off your father's land than allow that man to have me. Never. Obina shouted. The only piece of land I have, Chukwekwela, God forbid. Days went by, and Obina still couldn't convince Nne. He came up with a plan. One morning, as Nne was getting ready for her business, he saw Obina with a cutlass and a rope, leaving the house. Nne walked close to him and asked him where he was headed to. Since nothing will make you change your mind, I'm going to kill myself to end all this suffering. I can't stand and watch them take my only piece of land. Chimo! Obin, please. He shoved her aside as Nne got to her feet. She started yelling, Obin, I will do it. I will do it. Please come back. Immediately Obinna heard her. He stopped and went back to her. Thank you, Nne. I promise to always love you and take care of you, my beautiful wife. In the evening, Nne went to Chief's house and spent the night with him. Obinna woke up that morning and prepared breakfast for Nne with hot water for a bath. She got home, handed the money over to Obinna. She went into her hut and started crying. Nne, I have prepared breakfast for you and hot water for a bath, Obin said. But Nne ignored him. She didn't leave her hut nor eat anything that day. Chuka and the Nneka noticed their mother crying. They kept wondering what could have happened to her and where she was the previous night. Papa, since Mama came back this morning, she has been inside crying. Hope Mama is okay. Chuka, nothing is wrong with your mother. She'll be fine. You and your sister should get ready for the market. Your mother's fruits are going to get spoiled. Take them to the market. Obina paid his debt and his business was booming again, but Nne had not recovered from the trauma. He showers Nne with love and gifts, but Nne is worried and never the same again. She kept to herself, and people around her started noticing that the beautiful and cheerful Nne was gradually fading away. Obim, I have something important to discuss with you, Nne told Obina one evening. What is it, Obi dear? I think I'm pregnant. Nne, are you sure? Did you check well? Yes, Obim, I was at the clinic yesterday, and the midwife confirmed it. Chimo! Is it what I'm thinking, Nne? I think so, Obim. Chief has finished me. What kind of trouble is this? Obinna said as he walks away. A few months later, the pregnancy started progressing and became more visible. Obinna completely changed and started finding fault in everything Nne did. He started telling his friend the pregnancy was not his, that Nne slept around with different men. The news started spreading around the village. Whenever Nne passes, people started staring. I heard her husband is not responsible for any of her children. I also heard she sleeps with different men. Nne stopped talking as the gossip started getting to her. Her daughter Gemma went to her and asked her if what the villagers were saying about her was true. My daughter, I'm innocent. I'm not a wayward person. Mama, I believe you. I only asked you to confirm what I already know. Don't worry, everything will be. But Mama, you have to stop crying and eat so it does not affect the baby, Gemma said. That night, as Nne and her children were eating, Obina came in. You should be ashamed of yourself, Nne. You are with another man's child in your husband's house. Please do me a favor and leave, because I can't father a bastard in my house, Obina continued. Obim, why are you doing this to me? You made me do it to get the money for your debts and your business. Did I ask you to get pregnant? You so much enjoy that you have to get pregnant. Shameless woman. I will make your life miserable in this village. How am I even sure these ones are my children? Obina continued maltreating women by bringing different women home, beating and calling her names. Then they went to Chief Uzo and told him she was pregnant and all that was happening in her marriage. Woman, I don't know what you want me to do. I only did business with your husband and I paid him in full. The consequences are your responsibilities, not mine. Or do you want me to marry you? Please, I don't want to see you in my house again. And that bastard in your belly isn't mine. And then left crying. He went to Omina's shop to see if she could get some money for food. Immediately he saw her coming. He started screaming at her. Look at her, the woman that wants to force another man's child on me. To fear her, arrow. Everyone in the market started staring at her and laughing. Nne fell on the ground. Chioma saw what happened and rushed towards her mother. Mama, Mama, Mama.